it is at the end alphabetically. Zones, and say OK. Now this window will be, yes.
You are creating population, or
We are creating for population, yes. Now we will, in attribute ID, you will write pop. So ID is pop. When you say tab, automatically all will write down pop. So your code, your name. So of course in name just explain population. Pop means it's not that pop, so just say population. So that always remember another thing, when you are modeling, there are always option of this comment, small option of comment, which is just there.
So
Nobody uses that.
so
But remember, maybe today you are working and maybe after 2 weeks break, you will start working again on the same model. And then you will forget, okay, what was that? So in comment, always in English, in any English, in
what if it's a group? Or
it's group work, just write any comment. That what do you want, or what were you trying to achieve, why you created population. In the comment you say, I wanted to create a population tool, just for your easiness, okay? So these are useful tools. So now population is floating number or integer. Integer, of course, it's not a decimal. So we said, okay, it's a data attribute, it's not a formula attribute. Yani we need to give some number, okay? So just say, okay. Just say, okay. Everybody did that?
yes.
Now where can you see that?
Go to list.
Same list. Go to zones. Right click. No, don't do that. You already have opened it. So always
Down there.
switch. Learn this thing as well. Switch from the tabs. Whatever you open, it is sitting there underneath. So just switch to list. So just come here. Because we opened 2 steps back. Okay? Any questions till now? Now, how to see that it's not coming here?
You need to add.
We need to add
Sure.
that in this table. So how? From the same attribute table. That small icon next to the layout list. From here. See? This select attribute. So select attribute. Always remember there are green icon.
Default. Or
Their green are default, which are sitting there already in the software. White hollow one. White hollow one means these are output. These are output results. They are hollow because you haven't played the model. They will be filled up with red color once you have played the model. And UDA is always in the form of icon. You know, a dummy icon. Just come down in the list. Come down in the list and you see here. Come down in the list and you will see
population.
population, UDA. Down the list and just select, double click or from there arrow, just add here. Say okay, and now you have 9 zones and you have population. And now all you need is adding population to these respective zones. So what type of numbers we need to give? Let's see the size of it. The biggest are 6, 7 and 9. 6, 7 and 9. So 6, 7, 9 will be more. So randomly we will give numbers. Let's say in thousands, of course.
2,000.
Say, okay, help us. 2000.
2,500.
Okay.
3,000.
3000.
2,500.
2500.
3,000.
3000. Just try to follow the same number so that when we see the result,
It
it
the
is
bigger one is which number? Is the number?
6. 6 is the bigger one.
Now 6, 5,000,
Say 5000. 7 is also bigger one.
6,000.
6000. And then 8 is smaller.
4,
Yeah.
3,000.
3000. And the last one is bigger as well.
Bigger 6,000.
Say 6000. Okay. So I don't know whether you can see from here. Just let me. No zoom.
plus.
Which is the
Okay.
numbers?
Yes.
Right. So it's 2000, 2500, 3000, 2500, 3000, 5000, 6000, 3000 and 6000. Okay. So now we have population attached. Now what is the next step?
Third generation.
Trip generation. So let's
Calculate, right?
trip generation.
From the calculate.
Yeah. Always.
From the zone.
So from your first lecture, remember when we need to create, yani when we
From the
need
center.
to play the button. When we say play means play the results. So what was the step where we need to go? Calculate.
Calculate.
Always calculate. Whenever you want to see run the model, running the model, you need to go to the procedure sequence. Every time, for every step, procedure sequence, and where it is lying under calculate. So let's go to calculate, procedure sequence. So under when you click calculate from the menu bar, calculate, then the first option procedure sequence, this window will appear, and on the right side the option of create. Now you create, and now what are you creating?
Third generation.
Trip generation. That is your first step. Okay. So calculate procedure sequence. You create new, and now this window will appear. And remember, trip generation is what? A demand model, part of demand model. So you will see a second folder with the name demand model. Select that plus, and of course the first option will be trip
Generation.
So select that and say OK. Okay. All are here. Good. And now in the reference object, it will ask you which model or which activity strata you want to run for. And remember, in your case, you will see here,
Demand strap.
employed homework, employed workshopping, non-employed shopping, and students home education. So four groups you will see here, and now you will create all four at once.
Select them all.
Just select them all from the list and say OK. But if the properties are different, or if you think they are a lot of differences are there, then of course you can do it one by one. So in this case, we just have one strata. Select that and say OK. And now edit, because we have not given. I will tell you what is trip generation. I assume you know. Yes.
After we select
All pop.
trip generation.
After selecting trip generation, you just reference object. From reference object, select all pop. That was our trip. That was our created data stratum, which I am telling you. Yani a chain of trip. What would be the chain? Chain says all the population, they will produce some trips, irrespective where they are going. They will go from zone 1 to zone 2. For what? We're not interested for this. Okay, just say OK. And now after selecting that, say edit. So this is where the real work comes. Yani the concept of what we call it, trip generation. So first option is called matrix balancing. In last lecture, or your colleague said that whoever goes out, we assume they come back. Yani production equal to attraction. Okay. So here we will say that because we have population and we are producing trips, Remember another important thing. Your model could be of production, yani based on production, yani the zones may be producing zones. What are the zones which are producing zones? Residential areas. Okay, homes, residential areas, people live, they are producing. And what are these attraction zones? Generally the commercial areas, generally this office or mixed use. And sometimes you have a combination. You have attractions and production both. Okay, so there comes this assumptions. We do a lot of assumptions, and whenever we are modelers, we do urban plans a lot of, because we do not have much data. So in this case, we assume the same concept. We produce and we assume they are coming back. So we say that balancing, metric balance is what is equal to the production total. So whatever are the production total, that is the same. So you say that production total, and now your production function. What is your production function? What is function, by the way? Simple terms, function means equation. In general, very general sense, function is any equation, a relationship. Okay, a function is an equation. So equation means now we need to create here an equation how we are producing trips. Of course, with the help of production trips. So production trips were given by doctor in case of you in Medina. They give you 1.2, 3.2, 2.5. What does it mean? It means one guy, yani one employed one group is producing how many trips? Okay, because if it is producing 2 trips, in this case, or 1 trip, or 2.3 trips, or 3 trips. So in this case, we multiply, just for your easiness, we will click it, okay, production function, and here add operand, yani attribute. What is creating this trip? The attribute is population. In our case, it is population. In your example, it would be a person group, any person group. How many? 3, 4, 5, whatever you are. For example, employed, non-employed, car owner or non-car owner. Okay, clear or not?
Okay.
They will produce it. How many? That is trip rate. Where does this trip rate comes? Doctor, we need your help now. Yes, then. Trip rates. How they will?
They know it.
They know
What is
it.
the trip rate?
Okay, tell me.
Give me a trip rate, a number.
Trip rate,
Give me a number. From the ITE.
Yes,
We spoke about
from-
yesterday. What's the trip rate? The homework. Trip rate. For example, if you have a housing.
Would be a percentage of
Yeah.
that would be the
For example, if you have each household, how many trips it will create, for example?
Just have one part, so it would be
For example, 2.2. 1.5.
Okay, clear? So that number basically now, when you read theory,
1 point.
you don't understand where this number will use. So this number will use in the equation. When you multiply this production rates, you will multiply.
the Excel sheet. These are the rates.
Okay, so you will incorporate the rates here. Okay, with each person groups, with each data stratum, you will multiply with certain rates. Clear? So here in attribute, we will say that which one? In our case, it is population, quick access. We created that. How I went there? Again, from this production function.
What should we click first, then afterwards?
So we are here in parameters.
Yes,
Edit.
yes.
Remember?
Yeah,
Edit. Okay, again from the first step. After trip generation,
I got you. This one.
edit. Now we said that it is equal to the production totals. In production function, we click that, and then the first option.
First option, okay.
First option of adding attribute. Okay.
Okay.
In adding attribute, select attribute. Which attribute we want to use? We just created population. In your case, as I told you, there will be different person groups. And now here simply multiply by, for example, here we say that multiply from the second option. They call it operators. You can simply write from the keyboard as well. So just say multiply.
Because sometimes the rates, there is many factors, okay? But we're gonna go simple today, as we did in the
So let's see
Okay.
what our they are doing. See, you will see that all so they are doing 3.1.
Right by 2 multiplied by 4.
Yeah, that is a trick why they are doing it. I will tell you where they have written. they are not writing any notes. Okay. So it is 3.2 in this their case. 3.1. So we will say 2.2. Okay. Just multiply by 2.2.
How we
Okay,
use
so
the
why they divided by 2 in the example? In the example, if you see, they have divided by 2 like this, and then bracket closed.
Why divide by 2?
Yeah, why divided by 2 in this stage? If you see here, divided by 2. 0.43 is your classification. That we will do at the end. 0.43 means 43% are going by car, the rest of 57 are going by bus. Okay, so that is in your case no issues. But that multiply by 2 is important. Why multiply by 2 here?
This is the rate.
No, rate is 2.2.
Yeah, but why divide
Why divided by 2?
Why, yes.
Why divided by 2?
Yes, because we are saying,
for
yes.
Production.
Because we are saying that
Both.
productions and attractions are similar.
Same.
Okay, so the total number. So this is the total production factor.
Yes, so this is total production. So what we do, otherwise what will happen, you will calculate 2 times. So we want to divide by 2 because ultimately transpose, what is transpose of matrix? Remember transpose of matrix in mathematics? You make rows, columns, and columns,
rows.
rows.
Okay.
So in matrix, what is row? In matrix, what is row? Productions.
Productions.
And columns are attractions. So when we are saying that transpose of production will be what? Attractions.
Attraction.
Understanding or not? Transpose means shifting
Opposite.
the rows, the opposite.
With the
Rows
columns.
make the rows all columns and all columns
With the rows.
rows. So basically when we will transpose our matrix of production, it will become attraction.
Attraction.
But what it will do, it will multiply by 2, and it will calculate 2 times. That is why we are dividing by 2 at this stage. Okay, so because of our assumption, because we do not have value or data, we are saying that whatever is producing, that is attracting. So instead we calculate 2 times, we are dividing by 2.
Can you repeat the process again? How we use the multiplication symbol?
So from here, production
Yes.
function, first option of
You have taken population.
operand.
Yes.
So we said
Numbers.
take the population, in your case,
Yes.
whatever are the person groups. Okay, Saudi, non-Saudi, employed, non-employed. Okay, then you say okay. Then you say that multiply it by, so this plus minus operator,
Plus.
or from your keyboard,
Okay.
static. Okay, you say multiply by 2.2. In this case, don't divide by 2 because we just need to run. Okay, I will tell you where they will transpose. Okay.
So how you use the first bracket? For
First bracket will come automatically
Okay.
when you will select population. You're not seeing it?
yes.
Okay, it will come automatically. Everybody is there now.
Yeah, he has to choose the star.
Yeah. So star you can do from here. This star. See?
Yeah.
Okay. And you say okay. Clear? Don't divide by 2 because I just want you to see the results. I just want you to see the results. And then in attraction function, you just say it is just the population, nothing else. Just population, no rate. Why no rate? Because we are calculating from the production. Whatever is the production, that is our
Attraction.
attraction. And you say okay. You say okay. Everybody did that. Just stop me, no issues, no problem.
The 2.2.
We are not here to run, huh?
The 2.2 again from where?
No,
No, just a
ID
from the manual.
number,
There's a manual.
manual, manual.
There's a manual that I can read.
That how many generally we have from our trip surveys, we know that how many people, for example, we are all professionals here. So how many times I come from my zone, yani I live in Kobar. So how many times generally Ahmed goes out and do trips from zone 1 to zone 2. We're not talking now here how many from zone 1 to zone 2. No, how many times I go out of my zone. So today how many times? Two.
Two times.
Generally one, but yani that is just me. Many case it is many. Okay, so these are the the doctor, which doctor is telling you from the perspective they were discussing about the food house, the size of houses or the
They have
size
a
of
homework on this
offices.
one. They have a
They are
homework.
based on yes.
They have homework. They should submit it Saturday.
Okay, so okay, are you ready?
They have homework. They should
Done?
submit it.
Yes.
Clear? So now how to calculate? Our veterans will tell us. Old students. Yes. How to do that now?
Let's have some.
How to see the result?
Run the simulation first.
Run the simulation. Not simulation, model.
The model.
Yes, it's not VISUM. So just run the green button and let's see if we have any error or not.
This is the green button.
No error. Okay. Plate. Where can we see the results? Where can we see the results? Where are the results? We run the model. I want to see the results. Doctor want to see the results. Zones.
Zones.
List. So again from here, zones, list, you already had open. Just go there and see.
Nothing.
But you you know that why? Because you need to select from the attribute table always. And I told you list is containing information of everything, input, output. Okay? Always. So now in this case, we go to select attribute, and now what are we looking for? We are looking for production and attraction. So I don't know if you remember or not, before that production was hollow. It was white. Now it is green because we have run the model. So let's say all pop and then this, and we say okay, and see here we see we have productions and attractions, and they are similar. Attractions, why similar? That is our assumption. Whatever are producing, they are coming back. Basic demand model assumption in classical Foster model. That is a most basic assumption. Everybody achieved that? Done?
We have the summation, minimum max.
Shall we click
that is just these are the tools. Yani you want to see if you click maximum or the summation, you will. Yani you need to sort it them. That is the last step. Yani, of course, you have a lot of information and you need to show them graphically, and you need to understand clearly. Because sometimes your boss or your teacher may say, which is the least producing trip, and then you say, okay, and you see manually where is the least. So just use these numbers. But they are, and we will discuss these graphical or basic tools at the end. Yes, important is, can you see that everybody has kept that?
You see production attraction?
Yes,
You will say they are equal.
Last column.
Attraction.
they are equal.
Last is attraction, first is production. You are achieving that or not?
Production attraction.
Yes.
And they are equal. In your case, it's equal as well. So that is based on our assumption.
Will there be any problem? I create only
This
6 zones.
example will have like 8 columns, right?
Oh yes. Yes.
And
You have,
population,
because this is just for
all and
all pop. You will have trip generation for employed HW, employed what shopping, then non-employed shopping, then student education.
production and travel.
Of course, so 4, 4, 8. 4 production, 4 reductions. Yes. Any questions? For trip, very good. This is very nice. I really like this presentation of this PTV. So just go through it. It is sitting there. Okay, this is new 2022. So this is basically they are trying to tell you. Yani from home to work and shopping to venue and all. These are activity pairs. And when we say that activity chain, so when see the trips, so layer to home and this that is how it that is a trip, one activity chain. Yani he went to work, then to shopping, layer and one bank. So same guy did how many trips?
4.
1,
3
2, 3, 4. Or sometimes directly from shopping. So sometimes 3. Clear? So he is contributing. So he is in the matrix 4 times, 5 times. Same guy. So we need to locate that from the data. That is why it is very difficult. Yani it is very difficult to understand that or to get that point that from work the guy is going to shopping or to cafe, for example. Very difficult. And most of the time people are not telling truth because this information is coming from where? Interviews. Okay, they come to you. Okay, what is your daily routine? You go from home to. Of course, you will never tell your daily routine. Okay?
So I have just one question about you are taking the employee to work to shopping. So if he starts from home to work and then work to shopping, so why we will calculate the last two, work to shopping? Why
we will calculate both because from zone 1, for example, he's living in zone 1 and his work is in zone 5. So from zone 1 to 5 he is contributing, and then from 5 to 6 is your shopping, so he is going from zone 5 to 6. So in matrix from 1 to 6 he is coming,
yes.
Okay, we are calculating him,
Okay.
and then afterwards from 5 to 6. But important thing is, remember, same guy, it is important that our matrix is 24 hours generally. These are based on 24-hour matrix. Okay, so if doctor is just asking you for peak hour analysis, in that case this work to shopping is finished. Why? Because in peak hour you are just going to work. So you will have 2 pairs, major pairs, one working and one education, because that is the peak time. So you will not consider all the person group. You will just focus on people who are going from home to work, home to education. That is the peak hour. So that is also an important parameter. And just simply don't say that you have 8 pairs and you are modeling 8 pairs. No, because sometimes you are modeling peak analysis. You want to see that how many people on the road at from 6 to 9 a.m. In that case, no shopping. Okay.
So
no layer.
I have one question is when a person usually goes from home to medical or hospital,
yeah.
So it
home
is
that is all the miscellaneous tips.
It is applicable to everyone, for employed, non-employed.
They call it HBO, home based others.
So it is comparable for everyone, employee, non-employee,
Yeah,
students.
but that is we never give them importance. That is very small chunk. Home to others, because that is emergency every day. People always design the roads based on the average movement. These emergency or these special
important movements.
we don't. Yes.
So we are not considering like walk to home because home is the best, right?
Yeah, but we are assuming it will come back ultimately. Okay, so our analysis is production based. Ultimately, we want to see people on the road. How many people on the road? That is our target at this particular time period. That's our. Whether he is coming back home or not, that's a separate question. Okay. So this is see how many different personal, business, shopping, education, commuting. But in our basic knowledge, in Saudi Arabia, when you will see household, education, shopping, and work. That's it. No other. In case of Medina, there was a trip special for the what we call it, worship. Okay, and you are going to Holy Mosque.
Yes.
So that is a special trip. But otherwise, in our case, we don't have any other trip information. So very good in this. So do study this. Okay, so now we say that trip generation need to move. We know that how many people are moving. Our model is saying that the highest 13,000 trips are generating. So by the zone number 7. Yes.
Even people with the production, the track doesn't track.
They are not.
No.
They are not coming same.
Yes, attraction.
So in that case, go to procedure sequence. Yes. Add it. No. In attraction work, just don't multiply. Just click everything. I told you this is because you are calculating only production. In attraction, just population. Just population. Add population. Okay. Nothing. Why? Because we are calculating for production. We are saying that we are only calculating for the production. Whatever is production, that is our attraction. Say okay.
But we didn't.
No, nothing. No, but just we are saying divide. No. Just say okay. Now play. Okay. So let's go to the distribution now. So what is this distribution now? Now we need to know that which destination they are going. Okay. We know that how many numbers of people leaving zones and entering zones, but now we need to see that which destination. Yani from zone 1 to zone 2, how many? From zone to zone 3, how many? Okay. So for that we need to have a network. So let's create a network. Because distribution is based on what?
Network.
Just tell me about distribution. What is the basics of distribution? How you distribute the traffic? What is the base? The one word which I want to hear.
From the zone, center of the zone.
Based on how, what category, what criteria? We call it
Distribution.
distribution more based on.
Trips. So
You heard about cost
yes.
function,
Cost
utility
function.
function, utility, disutility.
Yes.
What is cost?
Cost is based on the amount of
Amount of
expense of traveling.
Yes.
Traveling expense. Whether if it is
Cost
much-
in simple word, we call it friction. Friction of, what is friction? Yani you want to do something, if there is more friction, less productivity. So in terms of our models, there are two types of cost. What are those? You told me. One is the travel time.
travel time and
Other one is the major is distance.
distance.
Okay, so these are the two major major friction factors. Either time is important for you or
The
distance is important for your choice. Remember, now we are choice. This is our choice. Yani why to go to this? For example, I may say that why to go to this shopping center, not this shopping center, and both are same quality. Why? Because this is 5 minutes drive. Oh, this is 50 minutes drive. Okay, so 5 minutes will attract more than the 50 minute. Why? Because 5 minutes is less
time
costly.
consuming.
Okay, less time consuming. So if the road has a capacity of 900 vehicles and another road has capacity of 2000, so of course naturally more people will go to the 2001 than the 900 based on capacity. So similarly, distance, if you have longer distance, less people will go there because it is less attractive. Smaller distance is more attractive. So that is the cost. Okay, and that is calculated under a utility function. And what is the equation type? Very common term. Logic function.
Oh,
Logic. Simple equation, a function. That is called logic. There are many different equations. Your choice which utility equation you want to use. Okay, but the concept is same. If the distance is more, less trips. Distance is less, more trips. Time is more, less trips. Time is less,
more trips.
more trips. And another important is speed. Speed is also a cost. More speed, more trips. Less speed, less trips. then the capacity, then the road conditions, whatnot. There are many different what we call it utilities or costs. Okay, so that is why we need to make a road network, because now road network will give us the cost value, whether it is how to distribute on which road, how it will consider both based on the lanes, number of lanes, number of capacities, speed and whatnot. Okay, so let's make a road network. So I told you before, what is the starting point of creating? We start from nodes.
Nodes.
So always in VISUM, you create nodes and then you attach. So in this case, our work will be little lengthier because it is bigger network. And also remember, we will create our roads with respect to functional classes which we created in the first step. Remember 3 classes we created? 1, 2, collector, highway and the arterial. So now let's create nodes. So go to the nodes and say plus. So my working style will be like, I will try to create at the corner of every zone. Okay, the basic one, so that I don't miss any. So zone, okay, all at the. By the way, these zones you will get automatically from the GIS. You will never. I never, in my 8-9 years of experience in modeling, I created networks like this. We always get it from GIS. So what I am doing, I am making at every corner, wherever the zone is turning, every corner I am making a node. So in my case, 19 nodes up till now. Then again all please, after creating, then in the middle of every road I am creating. Okay, in the middle of every for example, this 10th street, this 15th street, this Khaled. Okay, in the middle of every road. In the middle of every road. In the middle of, say here in this case, here, nothing, so we create here, and that's it in my case. So now I don't want to see my zones. I can off the layer, even I can off the. So here we can see my nodes. My nodes look like this. Okay. Try to create as near as possible. Yani first at the all corners of each zone. Yani each zone, if it has a polygon, it is a polygon. So if it has 4 corners, 4 nodes. 5 corners, 5 nodes. 6 corners, 6 nodes. Okay. And then after that, in the middle of each zone, Middle of each zone means, when I say middle of yani this middle of the boundaries, because in the boundaries we have streets. These are collector streets. So now let's remove the zones. No, not the zones. Make the nodes bigger. Say 2. How we do that?
Can you repeat again?
From nodes,
Yes.
yani this icon of layer, right click, not left click, right click over it, and you will directly, the software will take you to the graphic parameters. Here the size increases to 2, so that you can see more clearly your zones clearly. Okay, so right clicking on the graphics like this, right clicking, it will take you to the display, and here 2. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yes.
All done. Let's create links now. So why we need map now? if we zone like this, create like this, then you remove the zones, because all these numbers which are 10, 15, 20, 25, they are what? We are assuming they are collectors. All north south, yani Makkah, and what is this and this one, they are say arterials. Yeah. Okay, so this straight one. So let's start one by one so that you are following me. So let's cover the boundary of this one. So this one, whole this one is the main one. What is that? Highway. So link plus this, and we say highway. Yes, this is highway plus. Then say okay, okay, okay. Very quickly, just say okay, okay. Technically, when you are doing in your work, this is not highway, this is service road, because I've been to Tukwa a lot of time. So this road is basically service road, which is connecting all the grids. It is fast, the traffic is faster, but it is, the classification is not purely highway. It is lower category than the highway.
Service road to the highway.
Yeah, service road to the highway, this one. But for our example, so just say okay, okay, all this. Okay. So that only link is our highway link.
But the direction is not.
No. Here in our case, in VISUM, I told you, whenever I am creating, automatically it's creating both direction. You don't need to create separately. In VISUM, you need to create in VISUM, whenever you create from two nodes, from 1 to 2, automatically both are created. Unless you say, do not create opposite direction. Done?
Yes.
So now we will create our this one, this one, the parallel, north south, and these are our arterials, Makkah Street. So from here to here, but now
Change the type.
type change to arterial 2. And now the good thing for VISUM is, VISUM understand that you are now creating arterial. So whenever you will create new, it will give you the option of arterial. You don't need to change again. So yani I am creating now and it is coming arterial unless I change it. So I create again unless I reach this point, and then this one also, see this one, north south. And then the last one, this. Okay, so all arterials are done as well. So we have highways, we have arterial 3, and now all rest are perpendicular to other collectors. So let's quickly do that. And now change the type to collector, and now automatically every option will come with the collector. In your case, I told you it will come from GES.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
What about the for example, King Fahd should be as arterial or
Okay,
arterial,
I
right?
missed this one. Huh?
King Fahd on the
Mhm.
right.
King Fahd with
On the right.
He is not in the zoom.
I expand the zones.
okay.
King Fahd.
Is this one?
Yes, this one. Arterial.
No, always classification they change. And the same road, yani King Fahd is major arterial as well, material highway as well. Different categories. For example, I will remember we had a project of King Abdul Mina Road. From Mina Road, from Mina to Siko, Saudi elected this. It is multi-lane highway, and then after that it is 3. So the same road can be 2-3 different types. Not necessarily same. and you can't say that King Fahd is highway simply because it is major arterial because it is crossing, it has signal, it has bridge. I need to make
I
note.
have a question about,
Yes, yes.
about the junction. So can we consider a junction as an intersection?
Here, we need to tell what we call it, VISUM about that. That is junction analysis. Right now, nothing. Yani it is free to move when in no control. Where is the zone?
My goodness.
Okay, in my case it is done. I can pick the node, I can realign them as well. And you can realign them all. Okay. Okay, this is missing only link. So this. Now in my case, all connection is done. Yes, only this is missing. This is missing. What else? Yeah. More or less structure is there. So if I switch off, so my network look like this. So all of you did that? And now from link types, remember it is already open it. You can give number of lanes. For example, based on your Google Maps, or you go there data collection and you see that whether it is 2 lane or most of them are 2 lanes. You know that in Tukwa, everything is 2 lanes. So just multiply by 2. Just write 2.
What is the income tax?
There from the same here. You already opened in the first step. That was the first step. So make number of lanes 2. Okay.
Will I change it to 2?
Yeah, all because I know that I've been to Tukwa a lot of times. So most of them they are 2 lanes, all 2 lanes coming and going.
Okay.
Okay. You can also do junction analysis here. If your future, and if you want to do that. Junction analysis means within VISUM, you can do network optimization, signal or unsignalized. I think you have it. It is full version. Anyway. Okay, so everyone able to do that here? Reached with me at this point? Any question? Ask. After that,
I have one question. If I somehow wrongly put the collector into the arterial or arterial into the collector,
you can.
do I need to delete again?
No, not delete it. Change the type. Double click it. For example, here one. Say
Okay,
this
okay.
one. Okay, this is wrong. This okay. I need to click. Yeah, double click. Yeah. In this case. Okay. So, for example, in this case, say this is wrong. For example, double click it. Say arterial collector.
Okay.
Okay. Don't delete it also. Just change from here. Clear? And when you change it, it will be changed here. Remember, I told you in the last class there is 2 things: global and local. Here, this is locally you are changing. Globally, it's there. Yani, do not try to change manually here the capacities. That is hit and try. Yani, we really dislike that, and we can see that. Yani, if you do that, see the yellow. So, yani, you are trying to change the global settings. The global setting says it is 900. See here.
but I want to play because my results are not coming correct. So I say that, oh, I don't want to have this, yani I don't want traffic on this road, so let's make it very poor, 50. And I say okay. And of course, because the capacity is very poor and there are so many roads, when I will play button, nothing will go there and my data is correct. People don't understand that, and of course the client. So that is the tricks.
And here we
So never try to change the setting here. Always try to keep consistent with the global settings, because in globally we have mentioned 900, 1500, 1800. Okay, so that because if you change a lot of settings here manually, your network will be less sensitive. Yes.
we change here, we change both sides, right?
Yes, you need to do that. If there are a lot of changes required. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 you can trick. But if you are doing a lot of changes, then change globally, major. Okay, any questions? So let's create what? Connectors. So now connectors, as in previous class I told you that do not create connectors from, for example, like this. Yani, do not try to create like this. Yani at Tagata at intersection. Always distribute the traffic immediately to the collector road. Okay, which is collecting the ones. Most of the time, these are these middle ones. Okay. Clear? And also I told you, do not do this. This is the neighboring. Do not do this. Why? In this case, what will happen? So if you want to go from 1 to 2, the volume will come here and immediately goes out.
Jumping.
Okay, so nothing on the road. Connector to connector. So in infinite time, in zero time almost, you reach from zone 1 to zone.
There is like a way to generate for all zones.
Yes. There was option, but why to tell at the first class? Going for
You
it.
remember the assumption?
Yeah, you still remember
You
those
remember the
things.
assumption? You get that?
Yes.
180 zone Hitler to do
Yes. Because we told them to do it manually, and they were like,
It will take
okay.
forever.
180, huh? Connector to that.
So with one option you can click all, create all, but for that you do it right now. We will tell you manually. Okay, so not two connectors for each zone. Okay, 2 connectors for each zone. So in this case, see here, from here to here, here to here, from here to here, here to here, from here to here. By the way, this is the original way that I told you. You need to see in the real place, the data study area, that where the data corridor analysis, yani where the traffic is coming, which road is being used to enter to the zones, which are most, and you need to have data points, at least 10, 15 locations. You need to have volume collected there, so that you can match from your model. You need to validate your model. Okay, so this is zone. I don't know why I did that one. I don't need that. This one says this is bigger zone. This and this one here, this one say just okay. So in my case, all zones are corrected. I hope so. Sorry. Okay, all are done. So technically 2 zones. So if I go to corrector list, I need to have 9 to 18. I should have 18, but I have 36. Why? Because 2 way. Each is in the 2 direction. Remember in VISUM, whenever we create links for corrector, automatically both directions are created. So that is why you see 36 correctors. 1 going, 1 incoming. Okay? So you should have 36 correctors as well. So when you reach, we'll try to do distribution. But I would strongly recommend you to study again more detail about this generation, because working in VISUM, okay, I agree. You may learn it, but also the theory is important. So next step would be our, what to call it? Yes. Yeah. Drip generation. Skins. Oh yes, skins. Car. Calculate current. That is skin matrix. Good distribution. Logic. Logic. See. Okay. So you told them about scheme matrix. So first of all, have you achieved this? Done? 36 characters?
I need some help. I forgot to put the nodes in the middle actually. I
Huh?
just only created 6 zones.
Okay.
So I have forgot to put these things in the middle. So it's not working actually. For my connector, I suppose put this thing from here to here. It's not working.
So in that case, this is not. Just go. Don't go to the zones. Just go to this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is just click on the zones. Zones.
Zones. Okay.
Go to the zone.
Yeah.
Select the first one.
First
Just select the zone. Yes. No.
this one.
What is the size? Uncheck links. Yes. And uncheck the connectors as well. Okay. So in your case, what is this? Yeah. There is. This is zone. Double click it. This is zone number 1. And where is zone number 2? Escape. What is this? This is this dot, this zone number. Your zones are, you know what happened? Your zone centroids are not correct. That's no problem. See? So how many zones you have? First of all, I want to see that. You have 7 zones, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is this zone number? This is zone 6. So this is centroid, okay?
Yes.
So centroid, make it in the center.
Okay.
This is zone 5. Centroid in the
So I will take this in and make
yes,
it the
yes.
center.
So this is okay. This is 3. Oh, this is 4. Where is the 4 number? Here. This is 3. Zone there. This is zone number 1. There is 1. And what is this?
2.
2. Where is 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zones, not 6. So basically zone 2. This is zone 2. This is zone 3. Where is zone 3? This is zone 4. So 3 is nothing. Delete that.
Okay.
Okay. Zone 2 here. Also delete
7.
7.
So, okay.
There are connectors at zone 7 now. Where is 7? 6,
7
5,
is there.
4, 2. This is 1, no? 7 deleted. 7 deleted. Say yes. Okay, so now you have FIC, want to see the links. Okay, links are good. Don't this nodes, delete those nodes. You don't need nodes in the middle of zones. Delete.
Okay.
Delete. Delete. Delete.
Can I select every
Yeah,
nodes?
we can do that as well, but at this
Okay,
stage,
okay.
okay, this is okay now. Okay. And now you go to connectors.
Yes.
And now you create, go there.
And then click it. Okay.
1, 2.
I can
One.
do that. Right.
It's fine. So that we are
Okay.
fast. Okay.
Yes.
And then from here to here, here to here. And what else is that? Change the zone. Always this centroid should be in the Okay. So let me see everyone now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes. Where are your characters? Why you can't see that? No, but just no, without selecting why you can't see it because of yes. Why so many? Always just do. See, the same mistake. Don't give up common compound. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now we need to do the last step, distribution. So for distribution, I told you we need a cost. Okay. So here we will assume a cost of travel time. Travel time. Okay. How much travel time it takes. And travel time is based on what? On our road network. And now we have 3 different type of roads. And now we will see that how they get distributed. For that we need skim matrices. What is skims? Yes. Because we need to calculate skims. If I tell you, okay, though this is skims are there, but what is skim? Skim matrices. So skim matrix is basically a cost matrix. Simple. Finish. Don't go in trace. So skim matrix is a cost matrix. Your frictional matrix. In our case, we want travel time. So travel time matrix will be what? Skim matrix. Okay. So now we need to calculate T current. T current means when you load, one is T naught, free flow. Okay. When there is no traffic on the road. That is 80, 110 and 50 we gave already. Now T current means yani when you load, T loaded. Okay. So that is called the loaded travel time, and travel time after running the model. That means that is what basically the speed will be low, of course, and if it is 80, now it may be 75, 76, depending upon the capacity and the demand and all that. So now based on that we will see that how to calculate skim matrices and where to use these skim matrices. And remember, now we are calculating what? Skim matrix for drip generation. Why? Because in drip generation we need a cost, and skim matrices means a cost. So let's go to the, if you need to calculate something, where do you go? Calculate. You go to calculate in procedure sequence. Before that we need to give option that which skim matrix we need to give. So just go to yes. So from calculate,
General procedure.
go to calculate, and then the second option, general procedures. Okay, general procedure settings, because we need to tell that, and after that you will see something like that. And now open the PRT settings, because we are in PRT, we are not doing public transport, and in that you will see the option of skims. And we need T current, TTC, this is T naught, and this TCUR, that is T current, that's what I am saying, that is loaded travel time. And then you have V current, which is loaded speed. So these are all different skims, yani all different cost.
Okay, different utilities you can use it. It depends again on your model. You want to use all, you use which one. As I told you, there could be many. And now you have, see, as I told you, distance is also impedance. What is impedance? It could be any. For example, double parking. Sometimes you go half of the capacity. So capacity is not being used fully. Half of the road is just by the parallel path. So anyhow, so T current. So what does diagonal means? What does diagonal means of your skin matrix? Diagonal of a matrix. Diagonal. We have 9 zones. So our matrix is 9 by 9. So that, which is generally 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That is what diagonal. Why it is 0?
When I come to
Internal.
1 to 1.
Internal. So 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So why this is important? In your notes they have mentioned to calculate. It's your choice. We will not calculate, but it is important to know that. Yani here the diagonal is 0 by default, but you may ask to calculate it. Why? Because it means from connector to your node, how much time or how much friction is there. Of course, there will be a friction or not.
Yes.
Technically speaking, your connector should have some friction or not. Should have. Technically, as I told you, connector has a capacity of unlimited because it is 9999. Okay. And now you need to add certain friction into the connector. Otherwise, what will happen? You load in infinite time, and in almost minimal time, 0.12 seconds, the traffic is loaded from the centroid to the node. But technically, in your zone, you live in North Khubar, and from your Khubar to main King Fahd, you may take 5 minutes, 4 minutes internally. So that is friction. You need to know that. So that is what we can do. Yani from here you can calculate. What you can calculate? Use mean connector time, where it is. Minimum original. Mean origin connector time. This one. So again, from here,
Yes.
diagonal, which is 0, I click it, and then I said from attribute, calculate it. When I will run the scheme matrix, calculate it. Don't give me 0, 0 matrix value. Give me mean connector origin time, meaning how much time it takes from your to there. Okay, based on. So here in the option mean origin connector time, just say car and say okay.
Mean original corrector.
Mean origin.
Mean original.
We
Okay.
are not saying that when the trips are coming back, we are not interested. Remember, our matrix balancing is production total. Yani whatever is producing, they are coming back. So we are interested in producing the trips. So mean origin connector time. And then there was this step which I always forget because this is very poor. I have told VTV many times, change it. That is basically minutes and seconds. Where is that? Yeah, this one, 0.02. So why they change it? This 0.02 is there basically. This is divided by 60 basically because your by default your results are in minutes. Okay, but this option is in seconds. Okay, so that is why we always need to divide it.
But I am getting here mean origin wait time, not connected time.
What?
Mean origin connected time.
Yes,
Isn't
mean
it?
origin corrected time. This is mean origin corrected time if you see. Mean origin corrected time. And you need to open it and then see car because we are in the car. Okay or not? Done? Not found? This okay, let me do this step again. See here. Just follow this. Go to calculate general procedure settings.
General procedure settings. Go to the PRT settings. Open it.
Then
Scheme.
T
current. Diagonal. From attribute, select mean origin connected time. This one. And scar. Say OK. Say OK, and then here in factor 0.02.
Seeker.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Clear?
It's 0.2.
Yeah. 1/60 is 0.016. So round it 0.02. Because overall all the results are in minutes by default. But this window by some, I don't know, bug or what, they are in seconds. So you need to. So I have told them many times, but they don't listen to somebody like me. I'm not Parsons or Jacobs or
Send it in German.
So, Yani, this is very, Yani, if you don't know that, if I don't tell you, you will have wrong numbers. You will have numbers in seconds, then the minutes. Just say OK. Say OK. See here, time, it says minutes.
I didn't find
What? Whole?
the main origin.
Yeah, see. Can start all. Just from attribute, say from attribute. Yeah, from attribute. Up down, M. This is all alphabetically.